You're guilty of massive amounts of misinformation and disinformation as a part of a propaganda campaign.
Attorney General Pam Bondi has directed federal prosecutors to launch a grand jury investigation into members of the Obama administration over the 2016 Russia investigation.
A lot of them are guilty of it. Yeah. A lot of the people that are in that White House press conference, a lot of the organizations they work for, distributed absolute lies.
Total lies.
Tulsi Gabbard declassified documents that she says shows Obama administration officials manufactured intelligence to make it look like Russia interfered in the 2016 election.
How many of them during the whole Russiagate thing?
Some people think that the Russia thing was real.
Yeah,
Still. I mean, the whole Steele dossier where it was completely concocted.
Funded by the Clinton campaign.
Of course, rumors continue to escalate for the Obamas. Hopefully they can settle it like men.
One of the most carefully built political legacies was recently dismantled by Joe Rogan and Greg Gutfeld, who mercilessly exposed long-hidden flaws. Rather than offering gentle critique, their roasting combined charm with harsh reality, toppling the polished myth with unvarnished truth.
Go full screen.
What you know now, do you wish you had a third term? You know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony, I'd be fine with that.
We know he wasn't really running the country.
Yeah.
We used to think he was actually running the country, and now they're like, no, he didn't even see those.
Immigration. Where are you? The high ground maneuver of common sense has relegated it into more extreme measures. Ask Obama, okay, where do I apply this courage? You know, what space do I park it in? Should I double down on trans dudes in women's sports? Should I back the attacks on ICE? Should I show courage on...
Throughout his political career, Barack Obama has worn many masks. The teleprompter surfing, smooth-talking, hope-and-change salesperson. The man who could sign legislation resembling corporate wish lists and make yes sound revolutionary. Greg Gutfeld and Joe Rogan aren't here to offer praise. They aim to strip away the brand management that turned Obama into a collectible political action figure. Once the production value is gone, the reality feels less like Camelot and more like a late-night commercial for charisma.
Water. This is not a prank. He gets a glass of Flint tap water. I swear to God, he drinks it like this.
Can I get some water? I really didn't need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
Usually when something isn't a stunt, you have to say
it's
that.
100% a stunt. He's bullshitting the word.
Is Obama gay, needing attention over an old letter? What? I should read that again. Anyway, no, we'll just keep going. The New York Post obtained a redacted portion of a handwritten letter the former president sent to his then college girlfriend, Alex McNear. Alex, eh? Back in 1982. He talked about his, quote, androgynous mind and wrote, and I'm quoting Obama here, I make love to men daily.
Please press the bell and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Obama's administration resembled a well-planned Netflix series, complete with slick cinematography, well-timed pauses, and unproductive cliffhangers. According to Rogan, it was like opening an internet mystery box, hoping for treasure but finding a thank you note, 3 coasters, and a keychain. Greg Gutfeld called it a lengthy TED lecture with stunning slides, with the audience left not with results, but with homework assignments.
They're throwing around the word treason.
I hate to say this, but President Barack Obama, there is now incontrovertible evidence that he was the spearhead of a seditious conspiracy to subvert the will of the American people and overthrow the United States government back in 2016.
They're saying that Obama knew that Russia did not meddle.
Obama made mediocrity look like a magic show for 8 years. The News Corps praised his 40-minute tirades on unity as measured leadership, even while drones struck elsewhere. Rogan highlights the irony. He received the Nobel Peace Prize early, yet oversaw enough military action to make it seem like a farce. Gutfeld adds that Obama's speeches often felt written for a book club that never read the book.
Endorse Biden. I'm sold.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. He's fine now. Once Obama endorsed him, no, he can't remember anything. Did you see what Donald Trump Jr. tweeted?
No.
Or he put it on Instagram that Biden is like a web browser? It's a hilarious meme.
Obama's carefully curated image, tan suits, slow jams, March Madness brackets, distracted America, while Rogan and Gutfeld show that Washington swamped churn on unchanged beneath the spectacle.
Candid conversations with Tulsi Gabbard about what it was like.
It's a disservice to the American people that former President Obama's office and others who are criticizing the transparency that is being delivered by releasing these documents. They are doing a disservice to the American people and trying to deflect away from their culpability in what is a historic scandal.
She's a person, tries to be friends with everybody, tries to reach across the aisle.
The joke of Obama's post-presidential life only added to the irony. Rather than retiring as a dignified statesman, he became a political Netflix executive, endorsing projects, cashing checks, and giving speeches that echoed his old lines. Rogan notes that Obama's appeal came less from intelligence than from his packaging. The pause that suggested profound thought. The clear phrasing, the rhythmic delivery, even empty content felt persuasive. Gutfeld adds that half the nation would demand cough syrup be enshrined in the Constitution if Obama endorsed it.
The best people age the hardest. I think Obama was probably like a very idealistic young man
Oh, Lord, what's going on now? Who's hollering? I can't even see it.
who really wanted to change the world. And that dude aged more than anybody.
I mean, I'm getting old, so I can't hear that well. I can't see that good.
Who aged the least? Trump. Trump just
This is something that
he just brushed that shit off his shoulders like it was nothing.
We knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way.
I don't know if I trust Trump. His hair's not getting gray. What kind of politician doesn't get gray hair?
He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
He makes fun of his own hair. he was on stage talking about his
Rogan and Gutfeld roast the gap between Obama's polished image and real results. From erased papers and nostalgia reels to slow-motion White House strolls, showing style often trumps substance.
The answer to that statement can very clearly be found throughout all of the documents that we have released, showing that Russia took action to try to sow discord in the election, but showed no preference for or against any singular candidate.
And she was like, it's crazy. The amount of backstabbing that's going on.
That's a very disrespectful attack on the American people who deserve the truth. They deserve to have faith and trust in the integrity of our democratic republic, which has been undermined by President Obama through his direction of this manufactured fake intelligence document, knowing that it was filled with lies.
Like when she got into office, you realize like you're not really in control of everything because there's another person who's in control of each individual department, and they'll stop whatever you're trying to do every step of the way. They get in the way of everything.
Rogan compares Obama to a retired boxer doing showcase bouts, while Gutfeld likens him to a famous chef adding a garnish to someone else's meal. They critique the cult of personality, noting how brand loyalty drives admiration, even when results are ordinary. Obama wasn't terrible. He was skilled at looking impressive while doing the same work as everyone else, with trillion-dollar consequences. Rogan stresses that being the least worst is no praise, and Gutfeld argues that admiration reflects declining standards.
We must, absolutely must, hold every one of these criminals accountable for the crimes that they committed. They are the most heinous crimes committed in American history.
But yet promoted this idea.
James Comey, John Brennan, Clapper, Rice, Biden was in the meeting. They briefed Barack Obama on Hillary Clinton's plan to, quote, tie Trump to Russia collusion lies. It consumed our national discourse for 5 years.
And then there's been some incredible clips of all these different news reporters, CNN and MSNBC, just saying over and over and over again.
Not. Rogan strips the Obama brand bare, leaving neither image nor story intact. He expertly persuaded people to embrace change while keeping the status quo. America believed in the illusion of progress. The roast exposes that Obama's legacy was more about perception than action. Gutfeld and Rogan focus not on outrage, but on revealing the strings behind the polished image. The flawless cadence, tailored suits, and illusion of a united nation. Perfect material for a roast that uncovers the truth beneath the spectacle.
When they gave that speech, when he gave a speech on television, and everybody was like, fuck this. And then they it kind of just went away.
It was one of the most beautiful moments in modern American history. People really actually stood up and stopped a war from happening.
Today, I authorize the Armed Forces of the United States to begin a limited military action in Libya in support of an international effort.
Joe Rogan jokes that even his MMA guests laugh, while Obama obsessively curates his next playlist, treating it like a global crisis. Rogan notes that Obama turns every controversy into a TED-style lecture, lengthy, dramatic, and diverting attention with stories of his early Hawaii years. Gutfeld highlights Obama's focus on being the coolest in the room, with bomber jackets, Jay-Z references, and media adoration taking precedence over policy. Acting like it's open mic night, he waits for applause at national security gatherings. Rogan adds that his public persona resembles a politically edited Instagram feed. Perfect lighting, polished captions, and no messy reality in sight.
Obama said he was a jackass.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing up there? He's a jack.
It's like, oh, really? Well, you.
It was about the Taylor Swift thing.
Now, all this stuff.
That guy's a jack. It wasn't even that harsh of an incident. He said it privately, and I think somebody heard it. I don't think he said it to be public.
I'm assuming all this stuff. Where's the pool? Come on, guys. Cut the president some slack.
Oh, here it is.
Seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award.
Why would he do that?
He's a jack. No, this.
Obama sold style over substance, polished speeches, stage photos, and Netflix deals, turning eloquence into a political lifestyle brand while real change remained out of reach.
For a website devoted to a folk music ensemble made up of forest rangers, they're called the Fiddlin' Foresters. I'll put their music on my iPod, but I'm not paying for their website.
Yep. Kennedy, just watching that now, so that was 2011. Him and Trump are saying exactly the same thing, but he's not saying it as well. It's like he wasn't having fun with it.
But it's like even the name of it, he was like, and we're gonna.
Gutfeld parodies Obama's endless justifications, comparing poor choices and broken promises to a man always blaming traffic for being late. Rogan lands a knockout. Obama may leave behind a guide on using charm as a weapon, teaching politicians to seem intelligent without being so. By the end, the Obama brand is stripped of luster, exposing a career built on elegance, charisma, and unmet promises. Politics as marketing rather than transformation.